Newsbank is a database of newspaper articles. The articles are compiled from newspapers from all across the country and from newswire services. Newsbank is a great place to search if you have a current events topic that you need to research for a class, or if you are trying to get some ideas for research topics. One good thing about Newsbank is that it gives you suggestions about ways to research your topic. So sometimes this is a good place to start, even though you might end up finding more substantial information elsewhere. But you can get your ideas for your search terms and ways to organize your topics here. So if you want to start, instead of doing a search to start out with, start looking at some things like the hot topics that Newsbank has set up. If you click there, you see that they'll include some topics that have been very prevalent in the news lately. Here we have some terrorism topics, election topics, and things like that listed because these are things that have recently been in the news a great deal. So that's what you're going to find under hot topics. Topics that people have researched a great deal, topics that have mostly been in the news. So if we go back then to the Newsbank homepage and look at the special reports, this is another way to figure out ways to research or get topic ideas. Here we have lots of suggestions for things that you might want to research for school. We've got terrorism, election once again, health, economics, and so forth. And the special reports are a good place to start because they've already organized some pretty good articles for you. So if we go to one of these special reports, let's say the environment, you'll see that you have available for you articles that it has listed and prioritized. It's breaking it down by subcategories, which is always a very good thing. If you're looking for a topic, you don't want a broad topic like the environment for your research paper. You'll want something more specific, and it's broken the topic of the environment down into various aspects: global warming, green energy, world issues, and so forth. Also, if you look under special reports, it gives you ideas for other ways to search the topic. It has suggested search terms. These are things that will help you break down the topic. Also, sometimes if you get stuck, if you think that you've searched your topic as much as you can and you're still not coming out with what you need, you might look at some of these suggested search terms and see if it gives you ideas for other ways you can research your topic or other ways you can narrow down your topic. For example, you might want to research only deforestation instead of global warming or instead of the environment. It also gives links to outside websites, maps, images, background information to help you understand your topic. So this is a very good place to start. Now, if we go back to the Newsbank home, you can browse through Newsbank by topics like special reports, hot topics, headlines, and so forth, and that is a great way just to kind of fill out your topic, get ideas, find out what Newsbank has already organized for you about that topic. But you can also do a search. So to do a search in Newsbank, you're going to click to Newsbank News File Collection. And here you can do a search just like you would in most any database. You are searching for newspaper articles, so it's a good idea to remember that probably if you're searching for newspaper articles, you're doing current events topics. And if you're doing current events topics, you don't want articles that are very old. It gives you the option of narrowing down to articles published in the past 3 months, the past 6 months, or the past 12 months, or going with everything that it has in its database, and the database goes back to 1992. Well, most likely you want to at least stay within the last year, with some topics you might want to make it your search even narrower than that and only search the last 3 months. Also, you have the choice of limiting it to only newspapers. Some teachers might ask you not to include newswire articles, and some teachers may not care. You do have to cite a newswire article differently from a newspaper article, so you need to be aware of that and make sure that you understand how to cite your newswire article. Also, you should be aware of the fact that because newswire articles are sent out to a wide variety of newspapers, you might end up seeing the same article multiple times from different newspapers, and that's one of the risks of using newspapers as sources. You do not want to go through here and do a search and just print out the first 10 articles you come to. They might all say the same thing. They might all be based on the same newswire article. They might share sources in common. So you're going to have to really carefully read your sources and make sure that you have unique information in the sources that you have chosen. For now, I'm going to limit the search to newspaper articles. And I'm going to pick a topic to research. We'll type in teacher shortage and articles published in the past 12 months. Now we'll hit search and see what we come up with. Now if I'm doing a research paper on teacher shortages, I really want to narrow that down to teacher shortages in a particular place. And notice that this has given me an article about Iraq, an article about Florida, Zimbabwe. If we wanted to narrow down to teacher shortages in Iraq, that would give us one idea. The articles that we're coming up with can help us figure out how to narrow it down. But let's just try going over here. Let's say that none of these really sound like what we're looking for, because we had in mind a topic about teacher shortages in the United States, and this just really isn't getting us where we wanted to go. So look over on the right hand column where it gives suggested topics to research, and this is just giving you some ideas for other search terms, related search terms that you might use. And if we click the first one up here, teacher turnover, that gives us a new collection of information to work with. And here we have schools scramble for teachers because of spreading turnover from the New York Times, and replacing teachers who quit jobs in U.S. a costly business from San Francisco Chronicle. So we're getting better sources, more closely related sources in this search than we did the first search. So this is working out better. The search terms that newsbank suggested generally, the search terms it suggests generally do come up with better results than some that you might think of on your own, that they're already organized this way. It's suggesting it because the database indicates that the articles are there on that topic. So these are good ways to get more information and to get better ideas about how to search. Often searching for sources is a trial and error operation, and this takes some of the trial and some of the error out of it for you, because it helps you figure out other ways to go about finding your information when you might end up being stumped for new search phrases on your own.